Hey everybody, JK here from Weekend Panda, doing another live stream for you. So today you will note on the screen there is a picture of a panda and a penguin having a picnic. And that is what we're going to be working on today. So my intention is to fully ink this image. Right now it's kind of in rough form. I just copied and pasted the background from the game into the background, and then I just did a rough version of the panda and the penguin having their picnic. So I'm going to go in and ink it to final form, and then if there's time I will do some coloring. I'm not sure yet whether this image is going to be taken all the way to fully rendered or if I'm going to stick with flat color like it is right now. It's just, as you can see, they're just big bold swatches of color. A little bit of a gradient in the background, but I don't know if I'm going to do fully rendered or what style this is going to take, but it's going to start with inking. So let's get to that. Let me shut off my webcam real quick. Okay, and our customary Weekend Panda Death of Mr. Fishy plug available now on the App Store, so you can check that out. Okay, so my goal here is to, by the end of this stream, have this image completely inked. I'm just going to go ahead and ink pretty much everything, including the background, and then I will determine later if I want to keep the lines or make the lines colored or remove the lines completely or go back in and do watercolor over the whole thing, or I don't even know. I literally do not have a good idea of what I'm going to do just yet. But one thing that I do need to do is I found a really cool image, which let me go ahead and open. I found a really neat reference image of a picnic scene that is in, let me find it. Here we go. So this, 1950s family picnic. What I really like about this image is that the line color is not black, but it's this brownish orange rust color, and it gives it a very vintagey kind of feel, which is kind of what I'm going for with the one that I'm working on. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and use that color as my main brush color for now, or actually I might darken it just a little bit, but I'm going to use that as my main color for now, and then I might keep it in that style or I might not, or I don't know, so we'll figure that out as we go. Lock some layers. Okay, good shape. So to begin, we need to, let's start with the background here. And I'm not too concerned about getting exactly the lines that I have on the original. I'm just kind of winging it. This is more for reference than anything, and then I'll just keep expanding on it. Another layer. So, as you can see, I'm kind of putting a little more detail into some aspects of the background in this version, but kind of keeping a similar feel and that sort of thing. One nifty art trick, if you are an artist or just interested in the process, if you make a second layer above, so over on the side here you have layer 13 and layer 10. I put those two lines on layer 10 and then created a new layer for 13 where I put the bushes. The reason I did that was because then if I make a mark that goes over the lines in layer 10, I can just go ahead and erase very easily just those and leave layer 10 alone. It's really helpful, and then once you're done, you can just merge those layers, and in Krita that is Control E, and then now everything is on the same layer, and then you work, you start a new layer and you keep working. One other thing I would add is if anybody here, or if anybody is watching live and you want to chat, just go ahead and do that, and I'll keep glancing over to the chat if you have comments or questions or anything of the like. So, all right. Okay, so now I have to decide, do I want the clouds to be graphic like that. I don't think I'll do. Let's try puffier clouds. And then I'll just keep drawing and rambling. But if anybody has anything they want to say in the chat, feel free. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep drawing and rambling. And then a little bit of background for this image. So this image, how much do I want to give away? I figure I can give some away because it's to a select audience, right? AKA everybody. So this image will eventually be the reward that you get for completing World 1 of the new game. Currently, I do not know if that will be the case later, because I'm going to name some layers real quick. Because right now, or yesterday night, I suppose, my wife and I determined that what we need to do is finish this game. We need to just, like, because I have spent a great deal of the past month just working on assets for this game, and it's gone very slowly because I have not kind of picked up the pace, and I should have. So I don't know if anything that I tell you about this game in any of these streams is going to be accurate to what eventually happens, because it could all be totally different than what it ends up being in reality. But for now, anything that I share about this game is planned for the actual game. And that means that this background will be the reward for beating the first world. So each of the worlds will have this travel photo of the two characters doing something. In this case, they're having a picnic because it's the first level, or first world, and the first world will be nice and gentle and peaceful. And then as they continue their adventure, the backgrounds may get more tense. Hopefully going to do one down the road where they are in a hot air balloon and you know, just soaring through the sky. We'll see. I'm not sure. Okay, so that's done. That's done. Now I need to work on the picnic. Let's just go with the blanket or blanker, whichever. Picnic blanker. That's fine. I will leave my misspelling. Inking is usually when I have some sort of music happening, because it's a slow, long process that it's the sweet sound of the printer that'll keep everybody feeling loose and fancy free. Darn it, come on, line. Why aren't you working? Anyway, usually when I'm inking, that's the only time I will put on music in the background or anything with sound, because usually I can't concentrate on what I'm doing with music because I'm too busy thinking about what I'm doing. But inking is usually nice and relaxing. And as long as you're not inventing new lines like I'm doing now for some reason, instead of doing what I should and just inking straight out. All right. I have no idea if this is going to work because I should have done more concrete reference here on the picnic blanket, but it's fine for now. And if it doesn't work later, I will go back and change it. So I'm going to leave it on its own layer. I also am going to need to search for a minute for reference for the picnic basket because I just drew a quick from my head picnic basket and it'll probably need a better how do I want to do this? Let's see, we'll go group these. Everybody's quiet today in the chat. It's unusual. Usually somebody is saying something. There are people here. Nobody wants to say anything. That's fine. Also, I should be saving, shouldn't I? I keep forgetting that. All right. Panda. See, sometimes when drawing, and I keep redoing lines, it's because the line that I drew earlier is not correct. Like this line, I think it is just wrong. And what I should have done is just gone ahead and got rid of all of them so that I'd have an easier time with the other bits. But on that last attempt, I was not doing that because I just figured, oh, I'll roll with it. But I shouldn't have because that one line was holding up all the other lines. Now I'm getting too finicky, so we're going to move on. Alright. So I'll have to fix the arm comes from here, something like this. Probably alright. There's some ugly tangents here, and the way to fix those is to go back and redo stuff again. But if I don't keep moving on this drawing, which I have to do 6 or so of these illustrations before all is said and done. Maybe more, I don't know. So, and I mean, that's just illustrations. I still have a tremendous amount to do on other things, so I need to balance getting it just right and getting it done. There we go. It's coming along. Oh, that's not going to connect to that because it's on a different layer. So there we go. I'm like, why isn't that line erasing? It's because I'm on the other layer. Alright. Good deal. Panda done. Zoom in a little bit on penguin. Nope. So on this one, the penguin is eating a sandwich. And once again, I did not go in and make that reference just right. So I'm going to have to make it up as I go, which is not the best idea, but see what happens. I'll make it work. Let's see, I need sort of lettuce or something. Layers to the sandwich. It's not a bad sandwich, I suppose. And needs to hold the sandwich. That works. Okay. Good deal. Got a little penguin eating a sandwich. We got our panda drinking a soda. That is probably good enough for now. Alright. So let's save again. Now we need to do the picnic basket, or actually I could do the plate first, I guess. So you know what that looks like. And what that looks like is a circle. Okay. So we're right for digital arts. Can save the mistakes you make. But I want it right there-ish, I think. Cut ragged and jaggedly. Okay, it's fine. I can clean it up after. For now, we'll just keep moving on. Couple more sandwiches. And we've got some fruit in the background. Almost done with the inking. We'll give the panda an orange. Okay. All right. I think that's good for now with that. So now I have the picnic basket, and I need to get the reference for the picnic basket. So give me a moment, and I will find some reference for a picnic basket. In the meantime, please enjoy me humming this song. Searching for a picnic basket. Gonna go to Google Images. That is the fanciest picnic basket I've ever seen. No, I need a plain picnic basket, please. that one. All right, grab a picnic basket here. Go over here and paste the picnic basket. Look, no wait. Paste the picnic basket and flip it, move it over. Okay. I will have to reorder my layers later, but for now they're fine. Oh, picnic basket goes, whoops, wrong size part. Picnic basket goes like come on. We're gonna have it be an open picnic basket, so I don't care about the wood on top in the reference. See, I had my handles on in the wrong place. So now is when I wish I would have done the handle on a different layer, because then I could go erase on the inside much easier, but I didn't do that, so now I have to go extraordinarily careful about erasing inside. Good deal. Let's see, and the other one, maybe we'll have it down here for visual interest. Dokie. And on the hinges, sure, that's fine. Cool. Now I have that. The awful decision that I made to make it wicker, which sucks, but come this far, so whatever. Alright, so what do I need to do here? We need to make, I'm sure there's an easy way to do wicker, but I'm not sure what it is, so we're going to do it probably a stupid way, but it's fine with stripes, right? I don't have to go all the way to the detail of the wicker. Okay, so let's make a new layer for the crisscross part. Sure. Now we have to erase the correct lines to make it look like it's a wicker basket. But first we save. Okay. So I need this one to cross what am I erasing here? I'm erasing those. So we get rid of those, and then it'll cross over there and then go under here, and it'll cross over here and then go under this one, and then it'll cross over there, and then this one would be, I believe, the same. No, wait, that would go under, that would go, I have made a grave error, I think. I'm just going to keep going. This one go over. I have the reference right there. The smart thing to do is to use the reference that is right there. Am I doing that? No. No, sir, I am not. So then we'll make this one go over, and that one go under, and then this one go over, and that one go under, and then this one go over. Or let's see what happens. That's a weird looking wicker basket. It's fine. As long as the illusion of wicker is there, it should be okay. Yeah, it's fine. You could tell it's wicker, right? Everybody who can tell it's wicker, say I can tell it's wicker. And I didn't get any responses in the chat, but I'm going to assume that everybody is, by their silence, is agreeing. It's definitely wicker. Okay, Control E. These lines. Cool beans. All right. So that part is done. Let's put in like it with an edge. Yeah, it's fine with an edge. All right, cool. So now we will get rid of our reference. It's just turned off. And let's see what we got. Oh, I've been already going at this for 40 minutes. Oh my gosh, art takes too long. Okay, so you come here, opacity ups, close that. So there's our little friends. They look pretty good. And then we put the background in, that's what it looks like. And now we're on our way to an illustration. And now I have to decide if I'm going to do it in flat color or a partially rendered style or a full rendered style or 1,000 other things. And who knows. But I think what we'll do is we will save it here and then call it a day for now. Let me turn on webcam again. Okay, cool beans. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stop there for the day. And I think it's, it's a good start, and I got all the inking done. Now I have to decide what style I'm going to do the inking in. I can either do a colored line style. I could keep it all the same color style like that original reference image that, like this reference image, which I really like, and I may try this first, I think, before I go ahead and mess with anything else. I might try it in that sort of old-timey kind of feel style, and then see how that goes, because I can always add rendering later, but if I do the rendering and I don't like it, then I've just wasted a lot of time. So I may end up doing that. All right, cool. Shading, rendering, all that stuff. Oh, finally somebody says something. Propalio says, that's a fine looking wicker basket. Thank you. I think it's a great wicker basket. And we'll just ignore the fact that it would probably fall apart if it was a real wicker basket, because that weaving does not make a lot of sense, but that's okay. As long as it looks like the thing it's supposed to look like. And I think you can tell that they're having a picnic, and that means that it is a good deal. All right, thanks everybody for stopping by. I don't know when the next live stream is. They've been a little bit sporadic lately because it's more like, oh, I need to do this art, so I should do a live stream at the same time. But if you check Twitter at Weekend Panda, that's when I usually announce them first and foremost. So you can check there, and you should be good shape. Thanks for stopping by. Yep, I'm glad you enjoyed watching Angry Fish, and I guess we'll catch you next time. So, see you then. Thanks. Go download The Death of Mr. Fishy. Okay. Where's the stop button?